organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Just ahead on Daily Iowan TV.
Students and faculty on campus are pledging to end sexual assault. Find out how next.
In an underground town, find out what archaeologists are digging up on the UI campus. And in sports,
the bye week for Hawkeye football may have done more harm than good.
All that and more is coming your way. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Hannah Hawks.
And I'm Austin Luce.
The national campaign, It's Honest, kicked off today on the UI Penncrest. The campaign focuses on ending sexual assault on university campuses. Students walking across the Penncrest today were encouraged to sign the pledge and take responsibility to stop rape on college campuses. The UISG Graduate and Professional Student Government and the President's Student Advisory Committee on Sexual Misconduct led the campaign here at Iowa.
This is a really important step. We saw a lot of controversy and awareness raised last year about sexual assault, and then this is the year that we're taking that momentum and going forward with it and using it to actually change our campus.
The next step for the campaign will be showing a public service announcement at UI athletic events and putting the It's Honest stamp on as much of the university as possible.
In the coming years, downtown Iowa City will be receiving a makeover. Daily Iowan TV reporter Taylor Smith looks deeper into the new changes that will occur.
Streetscape designs detail big Iowa City downtown changes. The focus will be on the components necessary for a successful contemporary streetscape that reflects the evolving social, cultural, and commercial needs of the community.
Well, the last major renovation downtown took place about 15 years ago, and so we're starting to see some of those improvements start to reach the end of their useful life.
But what benefits will this plan bring to downtown Iowa City?
A 2-block stretch on Washington Street and a 1-block stretch on Dubuque, and what you would see are wider sidewalks, and the wider sidewalks will allow for some healthier tree environments. You'll see more planting areas. You'd see room for expanded cafe opportunities. And just general enhancements to pedestrian flow.
With all the new renovations, how does the city plan on funding these new ideas?
It'll be funded through multiple sources, primarily general obligation bonds or road use taxes, but we could also use utility funds for those utility improvements. We may also look at private fundraising for certain amenities such as a stage canopy or public art piece.
Fruin met with the public tonight to discuss the new changes that will occur in 2016. This is Taylor Smith reporting from downtown Iowa City, Daily Iowan TV.
University of Iowa state archaeologists are halfway through the excavations of Hubbard Park. Now, the last time we covered the digging, researchers were in the early stages of soil sampling when they found a token dated to 1907. Since then, the holes in the park have gotten bigger and the list of discoveries longer. So far, they have found remnants of an early Iowa City housing block dating back to the mid to late 1800s. Foundations of houses, bones, dishes, toy dolls, buttons, jewelry, and Native American spearheads have been found. The current dig will conclude on Friday. Excavations of another block of Hubbard Park will begin next week.
Amber Vinson, an Ebola-infected nurse who recently raised fear by flying into Cleveland, Ohio, is virus-free as of today. Doctors wouldn't release any details about her treatment or whether certain drugs are proving more effective, and they said they honestly don't know why she was healed. But lawyers now represent both Vinson and Casey Hickox and are challenging the mandatory quarantines that some states have imposed on anyone who came into contact with Ebola victims. Governor Terry Branstad announced Monday he won't order a quarantine for people arriving in Iowa who have had contact with Ebola victims.
With Election Day right around the corner, officials are saying students just aren't turning out to the polls. Daily Iowan Editor-in-Chief Jordan Ryland spoke with the Johnson County Auditor Monday about this and is standing by in our newsroom with an update. Now, Jordan, why do students not seem to be turning out to the polls for this election?
So I spoke with Johnson County Auditor Travis Weipert on Monday, and he said basically the reason that students don't show up on the polls on Election Day given the fact that it is a midterm election, is that they typically don't care about the issues that are presented on the ballot. Students come out a little bit more during the general election. However, it's one of those things where they're not as interested in what's going on locally, and it's not something that is a general priority for them. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan, and be sure to stay tuned for more election coverage throughout the week. And still to come,
TV stations are moving to the online world. Find out how next.
And later in sports, one field hockey player broke into the top 10 all-time scores list at Iowa.
But first things first, this weather this week has been great, Hannah. I'm really enjoying the warm weather.
It has. It's almost been kind of like summer. Hey Taylor, what's the weather going to be like for the trick-or-treaters this weekend?
Unfortunately, temperatures are going down for Halloween. To start off your hump day, tomorrow morning you can expect temperatures to be in the low 40s with clear skies. Going into the evening, temperatures will rise to the upper 40s and low 50s, still with some beautiful clear skies to complete your hump day. During the evening, you can expect temperatures to remain in the mid-40s. But Hawkeyes, don't let the clear skies fool you. On Thursday, you can expect a high of 57 degrees with a low of 36 degrees with a 30% chance of rain. For the remainder of your week, temperatures will be in the upper 40s and low 50s with clear skies. Hawkeyes, be sure to get out and enjoy this beautiful weather. That's all I have for you this week. Stay tuned to Daily Iowan TV to keep up with your 7-day forecast. Back to you at the news desk.
The University of Iowa ranks 221st among the world's 500 best global universities, according to the first global rankings published by the magazine U.S. News and World Report. The magazine also ranked the top 100 institutions in a variety of fields. The UI ranked 57th in psychiatry and psychology, 77th in microbiology, and 91st in clinical medicine. ISU was also on the list, coming in at the 155th position, while UNI was unranked. The top spot went to Harvard, followed by MIT and the University of Cal Berkeley, coming in at third.
With the growing popularity of Netflix, another streaming website has taken the stage. Daily Iowan TV's Katie Sextro spoke with students to see how online television is taking over in today's street chatter.
People enjoy watching their favorite HBO shows and movies on TV, but HBO Go has made it even easier by allowing people to stream the content online. All you have to do is enter in your TV provider. But a change is coming. HBO Go has proposed a new streaming possibility where you just need an account online. No TV provider needed. Similar to Netflix and Hulu. What is HBO's reasoning behind this move?
HBO believes that by doing this, they're starting a trend of all of these companies that provide programs for cable and satellite. They're now going to say to those people, you don't have to be a subscriber. So the benefit to HBO is we get additional revenue from these programs because people are going to be subscribing to them.
And will this trend continue?
We really like having what we want, when we want it, in the form that is easiest for us. And what these companies are doing is say, we've found that. We've now found that. And that's the future.
Online streaming has become very popular among college students.
I mean, I don't really have cable, so usually when I can stream it, I usually do. It's more convenient. It's a lot easier. You can do it on your laptop rather than having a TV and a cable box.
We are faced with various options of how we consume entertainment. Whether you prefer TV or watching online, both will stick around for quite a while. This is Katie Sextro, reporting from the library, Daily Iowan TV.
Austin, even though the Iowa football team is coming off a bye week, there really has been a lot going on.
That's exactly right, Hannah. And to hear all more about this breaking news in Hawkeye football, let's toss it over to Taylor Bartz and Danny Payne in the sports studio.
Thanks, Austin. A whole lot to get to tonight with 3 players on the Iowa football team out for different reasons. I'm Danny Payne.
And I'm Taylor Bartz. At his weekly press conference this afternoon, head coach Kirk Ferentz announced running back LaShawn Daniels Jr. is out for the season due to injury.
On top of that, wide receiver Derek Willies also let it be known that he is leaving the squad and transferring. Ferentz said the reason is to be closer to his ailing father.
Ferentz said he was surprised by the news, but stands by Willie's decision.
He has a change of heart, in the near future. That'd be fine, but I'm not counting on it. It kind of came out of thin air last night, and Derek's had some health issues himself that have kept him off the field for a significant amount of time this year. But we'll just see how he goes. He's a young person, and we're certainly going to honor his wishes if he chooses to leave.
Willies and Daniels Jr. won't be the only players not on the field against Northwestern on Saturday, as linebacker Reggie Spearman is suspended for 2 games after being arrested for an OWI early on Saturday morning.
I don't really look at too much as distractions. There's some, mishaps that happen. We got, thing with old Reggie and everything. Right. You know, he's a young guy. You know, he made a bad decision or whatever, but he'll grow. You know, we have to move on. We have to help him being leaders on this football team, and we're going to move past it because we truly feel like we're a family. You know, so we're just going to keep pushing forward and do what we have to do.
The new status of these 3 players may have caused some distractions for the team during a week that should have been quiet, but Ferentz says that's nothing new.
Distractions are part of what we do, but you know, the bye week sometimes, you know, we think it's always going to be, you know, sit around, drink tea, and eat crumpets. It doesn't quite work that way with recruiting, football, and all that stuff. It's almost like you need a break from your break, and at least in season there's a routine. So it's good to be back in a game week routine, quite frankly.
With such unfortunate events happening, it's important for Iowa's leaders to step up and refocus the team for Saturday's matchup.
Football reporter Chelsea Brown caught up with one of those leaders.
Thanks, guys. And Chelsea Brown standing alongside running back Mark Wiseman. Now, Mark, some unfortunate news from the bye week with Spearman, Willies, and Daniels. How do you, as kind of a senior captain and everything, kind of help the team push these issues to the side and focus on the game coming up?
Yeah, you can't do anything about injuries, but other distractions, you know, either guys are on board or they're not, and you just got to move on from it. You got to move on from it. Can't let it distract the team, and you know, worry about the guys that are out there.
And with one running back down and Kanzeri kind of getting beat up earlier on this season, do you see your playing time on the field increasing?
You know, you'll see. You have to ask the coaches that, but you know, we're always ready. We talk about in the running back room, take advantage of your opportunity. So when you get that opportunity out there, you just got to be ready for it.
And then Jonathan Parker kind of made his way onto the running back crew in the Indiana game when he earned his first rushing touchdown. He kind of resembles the same kind of speed that Daniels had. Do you think he'll see more time too?
You know, we'll see. You have to ask the coach that again. But you know, he's a very fast guy out there. Could score a touchdown from anywhere on the field, and it's a big play threat that this team needs. And he's done a good job so far for it.
And before you go, I think a happy birthday is in order.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have any big plans for today or the week at all?
No, just trying to get better as a football player, beat Northwestern. That's the ultimate goal. So that's about it. That's the only birthday present I want.
All right. Well, thank you once again, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that, Chelsea, and happy birthday to you, Mark.
The football team was off last weekend, but many other Hawkeye sports were still in action.
That's right. Saturday's field hockey victory over number 4 Penn State was more than your ordinary win for junior Natalie Cafone.
I caught up with the forward and her team as one goal propelled her into Iowa's record books.
Next up, Hawkeye score, number 9, Natalie Cafone with the goal.
A phrase heard quite often on Grant Field. Since the beginning of her field hockey career at the University of Iowa, junior Natalie Cafone has been somewhat of a scoring machine. But it was this season that Cafone made Iowa's record books. During Saturday's game against Penn State, Cafone's goal in the first half put her on the program's top 10 scoring list.
It's awesome. I mean, not that we were focusing on that, but you know, she adds so much to her attack every day. Works really hard. Just generates so many things. I'm so glad she could actually write her way into the record books.
Cafone's goal on Saturday put her at a grand total of 48, passing a mark made by former All-American Diane DeMiro more than 2 decades ago. Cafone's teammates believe she is more than deserving of this accomplishment.
And she works so hard, and I mean, I couldn't imagine playing without her, not just because she's so good, but just because of her competitiveness and how hard she pushes everyone else. And I like to think that she makes me better and she makes the rest of our team better.
However, this feat was not Cafone's main goal on Saturday.
I don't know. I forgot about that.
Her main focus was getting this important win for her team.
It's huge, and it was really important for us because it was our last home game, and we wanted it for our seniors, we wanted it for our team, and we got it.
With one more year left on Cafone's playing card, we can only imagine what is still to come from this scoring magnet.
Cafone's teammate goalkeeper Alexandra Bracora also had a successful game on Saturday as her performance earned her Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. The New Jersey native tallied 4 saves in a 70-minute effort in the Hawkeyes' 4-0 shutout.
Well, that's going to do it for us here in the sports studio, but be sure to tune in tomorrow as we preview the much-awaited men's basketball season that's scheduled to kick off on Sunday.
Hannah, Austin, back to you.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight. You can catch up with us tomorrow night at the same time or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
I'm Austin Luce.
And I'm Hannah Hawks. Have a great night. Can't pick up a copy of the Daily Iowan?
Are you worried about how you're going to find out about the latest news in Iowa City and the University of Iowa? Well, look no further. You can download the Daily Iowan mobile app on your iPhone for the area's best news coverage. And you can also read and watch us on your iPad.